anymore. But that is apparently what it's supposed to sound like. And it sounds a bit wrong to me. But maybe it's because I've got long nails. I don't know. So, I'm here and it's still July, but very soon it will be August. And very soon. Hello. Happy, yes, nearly end of July. Arifin got it. It's very nearly the end of July. The beginning of August. Oh, how it flies. It's nearly the end of the year. It's nearly the end of everything. Have we got much time left? Probably not. But we shall hope. Hello, Philip. Yes, everybody's here. All the gang is here. There's only 2 of you, but that's okay. I'm me here. I'm me here, I am. Yes. So it's all good. Yes. Oh, my goodness me. I'm supposed to be preparing for Edinburgh, but I'm completely like, whoa, I should be doing this thing. But my actual show, hello, did I get a haircut? I did cut my hair a little bit since last week, though. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, it was Monday or something like that. And yes, I cut it myself. And so yes, it's shorter than it was. I've forgotten. It's been such a long week. I don't know where I am with it anymore. Yes, I have cut my hair. I cut it myself. I always cut it myself. It's gone a bit mad now, though. Yeah, I washed it and now it's gone peculiar. But yes, I did. I went to the park on Tuesday. That was fun. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. That was nice. Sometimes I cut my hair and people say, why did you do that? Ew, did you get permission from me? And I go, I didn't think I need to. And they go, yes, you do. And then I go, bog off then. And I just cut my own hair because I want to. It grows anyway. It grows and it gets shorter and blah, 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 blah. If it didn't grow, that would be weird. And I would suddenly think, oh no, am I a doll? Is this real? Is this some sort of artificial experiment of artificial intelligence or something like that? But it isn't. It's proof that it grows. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And I think I must have missed a in between because they come up and go because I'm using my phone. I look at the comments and then they go. So I might have missed one. So, but that's all right. Yes. So I cut my hair. Blah. And all ready for Edinburgh. So I'm going to go on Thursday, and I think I can do a live stream next Sunday, and I'm going to try to get more done at other various times. So random, and I'm going to get some filming done, and I'm going to go to places in Edinburgh and do things and meet people and do things. And my actual show, which is at 2:30 or something, is just people can come along and then, like a puppet on a string or off a string, I will just do whatever anyone wants me to do within reason. Obviously, it has to be something that is legal to do on stage. Otherwise, no, I can't do that. But if it's entertaining and I'm up for it, then let's do a show, any show, lots of shows. Yes, but it is in the basement of Burrito and Shake, which is a taco and burrito and pizza place. So obviously, and there's pizza coming through to be delivered. So we're in the basement. The pizza gets done in the basement. The oven is probably quite hot, and also it's very loud. And then the delivery person comes out the back, and the toilets are down the bottom too. So you can imagine how amazing and salubrious this is. So it's perfect, lovely. And the worst, it's not worse, it sounds great. It's going to be so amazing. But there will be pizza being delivered behind me. And I will be doing my thing. And you'll try not to get distracted. But if you are distracted, that'll be part of the show. There will be pizza wherever you go. If you go upstairs, you can have a burrito, a taco, or you can have probably cheesecake as well. I don't know. I can't remember, but there might be. Probably get coffee as well. And tea. Probably other things too. So So that's going to be an advert for Burrito and Shake and my show as well. So you can, if you want to come downstairs and eat your tacos, as long as you bring all your rubbish back upstairs again afterwards, I would say, because I don't want a whole mess littering the stage so all the other performers get annoyed at me and I get annoyed at all the audience. That wouldn't be good at all. But yes, so if you are in the area, you can come along and go, do a show about whales. All right then, do a show about rocks. Oh, I've done that before. That didn't go well. Let's do it again anyway. Do a show about dolphins. All right then, I'll do a show about dolphins. I'll do a show about whatever you want me to do. I'll do a show about something and I'll be an expert on it, even though I know nothing. Everything I know will be thrown at you. So I know a lot about a lot of things. I know a little bit about more. So if you come and see me, you'll probably be going out the door knowing more. Or less, possibly less. Possibly you'll just be losing the will to live. But, you know, whatever. It's a free show. Donations welcome. But, yeah, so that's going to be my show then. Great. So what an advert for that. And I've also got the Welsh show in the last week. But also, on here, I'm going to have interviews with various people. The first one's on Saturday, next Saturday, with Peter Buckley Hill. So I was in the park and I interviewed Peter Buckley Hill because he's not going all the way up to Edinburgh. He's not got a show this year. He runs the Free Fringe. And so he came to here. And I interviewed him in the park, and the sun was beating down on my face, and I'm like this, all squinty, and I'm like on the side, so it's my horrible side profile, and my hair's all awry, and it's just looking like hell in the sun, and it's just my squinty face. So I put it up anyway, and it's private at the moment, but it will become available to watch on Saturday at 11 o'clock. And then I'm going to do some live shows as well, interviewing people using StreamYard. So that's going to come straight here. So various different places, of which I haven't got a full lineup yet, but I'm hoping to attract people to come and do it and talk to me. I've done it a few other years, so you can see what sort of thing is there. So that's going to be so fun. Now, it's not a paid gig, but I might have to buy people things or bribe them in some way to do that. Maybe they'll go, why am I not getting paid to do this show, which is of no benefit to me? And I'll go, oh, and I'll go, do you want a coffee? And they'll go, no! And I'll go, oh, well then, I suppose I'm going to have to say no. So it's just talk to me, promote your show. Yes, that's people go, whoa, it's for exposure, ew, but I don't know, I don't know. Now, I don't know the ethics of paying for journalism. When you interview people, you're not supposed to pay for interviews, are you? But I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be great. And if maybe I'll put a thing up. Oh, thank you very much. My goodness. Wow. It's already paid for. Hooray. Now I may use that to pay the guests or something. Thank you, Philip. Now they'll expect cornucopias and everything. Yes. Wow. So the budget for the show is already 20-fold. Or it was nothing. All the pennies, 220,000-fold. It was nothing. It's more. What's 20 times nothing? It depends what the increments of nothing are. Nothing times 20 is nothing. So that doesn't work. Anyway, I know maths. Nothing times by anything is nothing. So how does anything work? How is there anything in the world if it all comes from nothing? Nothing comes from nothing. Nothing. So must have had a wicked childhood. That's the sound of music, isn't it? Must have done something good. Yes. Wow. Hooray! I've got 6 people watching and 5 likes and a massive budget for my Edinburgh show. Evening. Oh, hello, Terry. Hello, everybody. Hello, Scott. Hello, everyone. It's all good. It's all kicking off now, isn't it? Yes, technically. It is great. It is wonderful. And we are here It is sunny outside, and it might not be sunny where you are, but it's quite sunny here, and it's quite bright. La la la. Still cold though. Still cold. This morning I was like, brr, brr, why is it sunny out and I'm so cold? So maybe I'm sickening for something. Oh no! I've only got a couple of days. I have to stay well for the whole thing. Yeah. So, oh, is it sunny in North Carolina? Yes, it's technically increased it infinitely because it's nothing exactly. Infinite amounts of money from my Edinburgh show. Ha 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 ha. Next door is selling their camper van, and my parents were like, "Hey, shall we buy you a camper van so you've got somewhere to live in?" And I'm like, "Are you chucking me out?" So I mean, I don't think I could drive a camper van, and so it was very generous. But I don't. It's a bit like, what? What's happening? And it's not really practical. Camper vans, if you want to just sort of jot around, like if I wanted to go to gigs and stuff, I suppose I could stay overnight, but it's like, it's not really a sort of going around doing the shopping sort of thing, a camper van, is it? But it's like, that's very generous, because I mean, I tell you why. It's because my brother's car needed replacing, so it's a sort of you too. It's like I don't want to take your last money from you, but they're very generous all of a sudden with the So I could be maybe I am already. Yes, there's exactly. I could be, because on one of those ancestry sites they do free ancestry, and I got 1% Roma, so maybe the camper van is the life for me. I don't even know. So that's nice. That hasn't come up on an ancestry result before, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what any of these ancestry results are. It's like, I'm very much doubt that any of the things that they say that I've got, apart from Welsh, I can be fairly certain that I am Welsh, seeing as though I've done the ancestry. I'm very definitely Welsh. All the other things are up for sort of maybe not, maybe yes. Who knows? It's all, everyone comes from Africa. Everyone went away, but some people stayed there, and they're still there, and they're having a lovely day because it's quite sunny there. Not all of it's sunny. Not all of Africa's sunny. You've got snow in the mountains, and you've got winds and all sorts of stuff. But it's generally speaking quite hot, but not all of it, because it's a very big landmass. The whole continent, the continent of Europe, is so wide, and so is Africa. Ah! So yeah, what am I talking about? I don't know. But or maybe nobody came from there. Maybe we all aliens that got put here by some other race of aliens, and we are not from Earth. We are from somewhere else instead. Did you see they found some life on Mars, even though it's just microbes, tiny little microbes which are no longer living, but they could have been a bit of sulfur and a bit of microbes. Microbes on Mars. Is there life on Mars? Yes, there is. Well, there was, and there might be too again. So we probably not go there, because we might all get horrible diseases. So that bodes well for Elon Musk and his plans. We should send him there. It's the best place for him. Elon Musk should go to Mars. That's where he'd be well served. Best well served. Best served. He should go there. Yes, he should go there. That's not really a song. That's just a serving suggestion. Yes, I thought, man, Mars belonged to... Well, he can't lay claim to it. But even so, if he wants to go there, I think we should do our utmost to send him there all on his own, because that would be the best place for him to have his empire of nothingness. He's done some... Honestly, so he's been in the news a lot this week. A lot. For various degrees of that's funny, Elon. Ugh, that's a terrible thing, Elon. What the Elon? What the honestly he's just like done a big load of rubbish this year. I mean, some of it's quite funny, but most of it is pretty much not funny. So yeah, he's a yes, a mixed bag. That's a good. He's like a what on earth is what are you doing? How did you get to have 11 to 12 children or whatever? Who in their right minds? I know he's got a lot of money, but what was anyone thinking? Just like what? I think they probably had fairly soon regrets about the whole thing. Now, if he's watching this, I'm sorry, Elon, but I think you must know yourself. Know thyself is the essence of wisdom. And if you know yourself, then you should know what you're like. And everyone else is going, what an edgelord you are. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you're a big Elon Musk fan, but my question to you would be, why? Why? Like, I know that when he was on the Big Bang Theory about 15 years ago, everyone thought, wow, what a cool guy. Wow. But that was a long time ago now, and other things have happened since that make it not so cool to be Elon. Although he has much more money than he had now, and if the essence of being a wonderful person is having pots of money, then he wins. If it's any other criteria, not so much. Not so much, really. But you be you. You be you, Elon Musk. Yeah, hot sunny weather in September. Yes, hot sunny weather. Well, there'll be loads of hot sunny weather in September. Yes, really, September will be hot for a lot of people, including one of the presidents who is going to have things happening to him, and we don't know what they are. Legal troubles. I'm supposed to get in July. I was like, what happened to that? Wasn't he supposed to be charged with stuff and be sentenced to something? And apparently that's September now. You know who I mean. There's only one ex-president that has been doing this thing, these things, these things, these things, these things, these things. Willing to try. He'll get re-elected. Do you think? 2 weeks ago, would have gone, you're probably right. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the news cycle gets very, very quickly changed, and I'm not sure a lot can change in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, in a couple of days. Who knows? Who even knows? Yes, he has a lot of things, a lot of things, a lot of things, a lot of things, a lot of things. Oh, this is so political, isn't it? Oh, you've gone all political. Oh, how could you say these things about these here? Because they are. Those two people that I've named one of them, and the other one I've alluded to. They are very big heroes of a lot of people for some reason or other. But, you know, everyone's got a hero. But I think hero worship is overrated. Why would you have a hero? The hero can be yourself. Just value yourself. Unless, of course, you're a dick. No, sorry. Yes, if you're a terrible person, then don't hold yourself as a big pinnacle of a wonder. But otherwise, look inside yourself and see how you can best benefit the world. La la la. Everything would be good. Little bit political. Yes. Little bit political. Yes, exactly. Double C. Gotta get a double C. Whoa! How old are you that you can remember all? Oh, Ben Elton. Elton Musk. Ben Elton used to be a big star in the 1980s, and he had a shiny suit, and he was all over the place, and he wrote the best series of Blackadder. He wrote, because the first series was good, but it wasn't quite up to the rest of it, really. So, you know, Ben Elton had a good influence on Blackadder and political comedy and just comedy in Britain in general. And it was all great. And then he disappeared. And then he wrote some plays. I mean, I think he did We Will Rock You, and everyone made fun of it generally, and wrote some novels. So I think he's making a comeback or something. How did I hear? Or maybe he made a comeback and then went back out again, and he's uncomebacked. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, a little bit of politics, yeah. But he was an MC on Saturday Live, not Saturday Night Live, it's a different show. Different show. I remember growing up, I always wanted to be on that. It's like Saturday Live, Friday Night Live as well. It was on Friday at one point, and I used to watch that. I used to watch all the stand-up comedians and all the acts and everything. And I was like, wow, that would be amazing. But by the time I tried to be stand-up comedian, all that had gone, and it wasn't the same. Alternative comedy had gone. All the alternative comedy was just the mainstream, and there's not really an alternative to mainstream. Really, it's just all mainstream, and the mainstream that had been the mainstream, they all got chucked in the bin in the late 80s. So all the Cannonballs, who I used to love Cannonball. I went to see Cannonball in Blackpool at the Winter Gardens, I believe, and Lena Zavaroni was also on the bill. So that's a long time ago. That dates me. I was, I think, only young. I was a child, so fair enough. I was younger than them, obviously. I was a child when I went to see them. But even so, that's a long time ago. Long time. Anyway, I thought it was so funny because one of the shticks that I used to love about Cannonball is they used to like pretend that they were like kissy, even though it's like ha 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 ha. It was like, even though they were just two heterosexual manly men, they used to make sort of like innuendo so that you'd go, oh, they love each other. They love each other. Cannonball love each other. Oh, so sweet. I don't know. I was easily impressed and delighted as a child when that sort of thing happened. I don't know. Used to like hello and all that sort of stuff. And oh, you're being served. It was all delightful stuff. And then they took it all off air. All the Benny Hill and all of that. All the innuendo. All that innuendo. They took it all off. And alternative comedy was not blatantly. Yeah, exactly. Not so exactly. It was not. It was like politically correct when politically correct was still not an insult. It was a good thing. It's still a good thing. Let's be honest. Not being horrible to people is always a good thing, no matter what. If you're gonna call it something horrible, oh no, how can you? You're just political correctness. What's the new one? The wokeness. Woke, politically correct, and woke is just being nice to people and not being an absolute nightmare and saying horrible things. But you know, back in the day, so it's gone back again because now it's like, oh, you can't say anything as you say horrible things to people, terrible things to people, and you go, oh, free speech, I'm allowed to say horrible things to people, but you're not allowed to not say horrible things, because if you're not horrible to people, then that's politically correctness gone woke. But if you are horrible to people, I'm allowed to be horrible to people. How dare you? I can't say anything these days. Horrible stuff. What? You saying that I can't say horrible stuff? Oh, you saying that I have to be nice? Whoa, you wokist. You're not allowed to say not horrible things. You have to say horrible things. Otherwise, political correctness gone mad. Whoa. Yeah. So, yeah. So obviously the politically correct alternative comedy career never worked out, me being 20 years too late for that. So if I'd have been around in the 80s, I'd have been on that. A little bit of politics I would have done, and it would have been amazing. But no, it was not to be. Born too late. La 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 la. Oh, I can't say that now. Political correctness gone mad. Whoa. Yeah, anyway. So that basically is that. So I'm going to Edinburgh on Thursday, and I'm travelling all of the night. So I'm going to Newport, and then I'm going to Birmingham, and then I'm going to Edinburgh. So I have to go from Newport to Birmingham. So I have to travel to Newport, I have to travel to Birmingham, and then I have to get another coach to Edinburgh. Last year I managed to get a cheapish train, and I used Transport for Wales, which went all the way from very near here to all the way to, I think, Manchester, and I had to change, and it was like, but Transport for Wales went all the way to Manchester, so all the way to Manchester it had Welsh language for everything, so I know all the Welsh languages for all these English places. I can't remember it, but I did for a very brief second know it. But it was a rickety train, like it was like a cattle train or something. It was like the ricketiest, rubbishiest train. So I look forward to everything being going back to, because Transport for Wales is in the hands of the Welsh government, but it needs more money in order to be any good, because it was a bit of a rickety, unpleasant experience, a really old carriage. But when everything in Britain is in the hands of the government and they've put money into it, I hope, and then that'll be good. And then I can go all the way to Edinburgh on the train without having all my luggage on my legs and going, there's hundreds of people that way too much on a Sunday morning for a tiny rickety train. So yeah, so if that happens, you need to have the money for transport. Yes, so that would be good. But I can't do this year because I checked again, and the cheap train that I managed to inexplicably get last year was about 200 quid this year. And I'm like, I'm not paying 200 quid for a rickety train. Oh, no. There's not even any food carriage or anything. It's just because it's too small. So I'm not doing that. No, the second half of it, which was the Pennine one, the Pennine bit, that was lovely. And lovely train. I was like, I got onto that at Manchester. I was like, what? This is a real train with real seats and internet, and it's amazing, and you can get food, and it's lovely, and it's like a miracle. But the first half was horrible. So and but it wasn't too expensive, which was, well, it was still more than I really would have wanted to pay. But I'm not paying 200 quid. Oh no! So I think it's like 20-30 quid or something to get. So that's two different buses. I have to get like 10 quid to get to Newport. It's more to get to Newport than it is to get to Birmingham. As I found, I went to Birmingham a couple of months ago, and it cost me like 10 quid to get to Newport, and it cost me like £7.50 to get to Birmingham. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. So yes, so that needs to be sorted. Sort it, Elon Musk. Now that I've insulted you, I don't think he's going to do that for me. But if I hadn't spent this whole thing insulting him and telling him to go to Mars and how awful he was, I'm sure I could have persuaded him to put all of his multiple billions of money into transport so that I can get to Edinburgh. Obviously, I'd just gone, yeah, why not, Elon? Come on, kissy, kissy face, kissy, kissy, go on. I just gone X, because he likes X, X, and he's gone X, I love X's, X everywhere, all my money into transport. That's what he should do for the benefit of all mankind being me, just for me, just so I get to transported. I get transported. He should put in he should invent a transport like on Star Trek, where you can just go bloop, and then you're there. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. It's a bit like the Doors. That's not how the Star Trek technology sounds. It goes, yeah, and then like Doctor Who. That's not how that goes either. But yeah, he should, if he wants to help people, should invent that. Yeah, and should, not that he's invented anything, but he should pay for that. Have I met him? You might be spit. Oh yes, of course. I just fall instantly in love with such a charming and amazing person who has all the things going for him and does not at all look like a dead frog. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah. I don't think that he'd want to know me somehow after all that I've said, unless it's a challenge. Oh, what a challenge! But is a challenge worth it? I highly doubt it. Yes. So I don't know. I'm just going to recommend some things. Watch the Decameron on X, not on X, on Netflix if you've got it, because that was good. I watched that this week. That was interesting. Even though the Decameron famously is like a set of stories with a framing device. It's all about the stories. There's like 100 stories, all different stories, famous throughout history, and then the Chaucer's Canterbury Tales took some, and Shakespeare took some, and all sorts of people have adapted them. The Cameron on Netflix has decided to just to the stories and just focus on the framing device, but it's a good framing device. So it focuses on the characters and the stuff that happens to the people rather than the actual story. So I was thinking they could carry this on for years, having loads of stories and having the that story. They didn't have any of the stories. Not that very near the end. They told a few little stories, but it wasn't like actual stories. They were like and then this pig went to this farm, and then the farmer said, yes, that's a funny story. What? So not the stories, not the focus on the stories. That's fine, because the rest of it was good, and the characters were good, and the actors were good, and the story was good, and the writing was good, and the cinematography was good, and everything was good, and the castles were good, and the landscape was good, and it was very, 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 very good. This, I think you might have noticed, it is good. I think, anyway. All right, so I've got to get ready for Edinburgh, because I've got a lot I haven't done. I haven't made my flyers yet. Last minute, but my donation from Philip is probably going to pay for those, so not entirely. They cost quite a lot, so I'm gonna have to scramp and scriv, whatever, fair winds and flavour. Anyway, I'm gonna do stuff. There's all sorts of things. I've got to get more guests, and I've got to do stuff, and I've got to pack things, and I've got to work out things, and I've got to do stuff, and I've got to panic. Basically panic. All right then. So have a good week yourself. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye. Ooh, thank you. Very generous.